has been covered a lot in detail, at least on this network. Chris just went through it point by point with the senator. Before you go, you know, in your home state of Florida, premiums this year on the Silver plan going up 19%. Last year they went up 9.5%. You know these families, they write to you, they call you, they say we can't afford this. Where was the urgency when you thought?
No, actually, that's not what they're saying in my
You've had no constituent say this is too expensive.
Look, people vote with their feet. And what that means is that when something is too expensive, they walk away. We have the most sign-ups for the Affordable Care Act in the entire country in the state of Florida. And you also would have the most people lose coverage under the Republican pay more for less plan. Trump Care would be a disaster for my state and disproportionately hurt the elderly, because there are the elderly who would have astronomical increases in their health care costs.
It's an important point.
And unacceptable.
It's an important point on Florida. You have had some of the big providers, insurance companies pulling out, but just really you haven't heard from
we
one.
Still have choice.
You haven't heard from any constituents who say this is getting too expensive?
There are people who always complain that health care is too expensive, but we've had the lowest rate of growth in health care costs in 50 years, Poppy. We had much higher rates of increase before the Affordable Care Act. There's no denying that. And, of course, we always want to get a handle on health care costs. What we don't need to do in order to achieve that is take health care away from millions and millions of people and pile increases in costs on the elderly, the sick, and the disabled to give a massive tax break to the wealthiest 400 Americans in this country.